maybe I haven't been completely honest with you, and today I'm going to try and attempt to. A lot of what I talk about is you need to run. You need to run as fast as you can. You can pray that the bus is going to slow down and it's going to be there. But if you don't run as hard as you can, then you're not going to catch it. And it's all on you. Because that is true. It is all on you. There's another side to that narrative. That is, when you push as hard as you can, you capitalize on opportunities as they come. When you make the most of what you have, the universe has a funny way of meeting you halfway. And that which nudges the universe just close enough so that you can make that sale that's going to keep you in it, that you're going to receive whatever it is that you need to receive just to keep going, that little push that nudges the other end in order to make the ends meet. That's God. And so I'm not getting preachy on you. You can call it God, the universe, whatever. But what I need you to understand is that there are forces that are greater than what meets the eye. And it is very important as you approach this life and you try to make the most of yourself, the best of yourself, in order to alleviate the anxiety that comes with this life. Because I personally find myself at times very anxiety ridden, thinking, processing about things that do not at present and may not ever exist, fears of things that do not at present and may not ever exist. And I think it is in those moments that it becomes very useful to me. It's a very useful tool that I have in my arsenal to remember that Uthixo Ukhona, sizophumelela. I have this thought that is core to my system, that the run that I'm on is generational. It is a generational run, but it's not just for the sake of me running. The run is for all the generations that came before me, that inform the DNA that makes up who I am. And it is for the generations that are coming, laying down that foundation and hopefully making something that is solid enough for them to stand on. It is good for the employer, good for the employee, and importantly, God would approve. Now, when you're on that kind of a mission, it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders, and it's all on you, like we discussed. But it's very important to understand that you do have a support system, whether you acknowledge it or not, you'd like it to be there or not. You do have a very strong, sturdy support system, and that is what allows you to actually carry it. I talk about very often that I'm the luckiest dude alive. Luckiest dude alive. I don't think you'll ever meet anyone luckier. Why do I say that? Why do I speak of God, the universe, magic? Because I would rather believe that I'm the luckiest man alive than not believe in anything at all. Because that may be the 5% of energy, of effort, of belief that I need to keep going that allows the next opportunity to find me. That may be the little nudge, the little piece of effort, the little passion glint in my eyes that creates the moment that makes the rest, that it's like, oh no, this happened and then the rest was history. So what makes the rest history is going to be a moment in time. For that moment in time, like luck, I believe in luck, but I believe luck finds you on the way. If you're not on the way, it won't find you. It'll be looking for you. There are things that you were ordained for, and the thought that I talk about, that rings around in my head that keeps me going is, and there's a sticky note right there. It says, I am ordained by God to one day be king. Now, the interesting thing about that is I've studied the greats, and one thing that they all seem to have in common, especially the very best of the best, is an unshakable belief that they were destined for greatness, that they just believe that they were born and built different. And again, The alternative to believing that is not believing it. You can't kind of believe it. You can't half believe that you were destined for greatness. It's either you were or you weren't. And so in those moments for me, and what helps me, I'm the scope of this is not to tell you how to believe what to do, but it's to give you what works for me, and hopefully it'll work for you too. For me, what alleviates the anxiety over the things that I can't control. You control the controllables and you do as well as you possibly can. You push out as much as you can, and you get better at doing that every single time. Not that you're gonna land on your goals every single time, but you shoot for the stars. Sometimes you land on the moon and you shoot again and again and again until we get to where we want to go. But what keeps me going at times when the faith is running low, at times when I'm up here, you know, and I'm not in here. What keeps me going in those moments, and what gets me back, what centers me, is that thought that there are larger forces at work. The mission that you're on has to be done, and it has to be someone. Not even and why not you, but yeah, why not you? And at the same time, you were chosen very specifically to be executing this purpose at this moment in time, in this window of opportunity that you have, this couple of years, this few decades that we call life, the few decades that will be your life. In those couple of decades, you have been ordained to rule. You've been ordained to be king, king of yourself first and foremost. And so that's why it's very, very important that I'm on the journey that I'm on to master myself. And once I've mastered myself, or even during the process and the journey of mastering myself, it allows me to be the most useful to everyone around me, which is where opportunity finds you. When you are the most useful, when you are the most skilled, you are the one. And so, whenever trouble does find you, whenever confusion does find you, in those moments when you hit those lulls and you're not sure, what it's all about, and there may be some levels of confusion or whatever the case may be, know that God is there, and know that you have been chosen. Uthixo Ukhona, machit. Sizophumelela. Like, God is there and we will succeed. Not because we deserve, not because we've earned, but because we've worked hard enough, stayed patient long enough, suffered enough, learned enough that luck has found us in that moment ready. It is luck that leads to the success, but it is the awareness of mind to capitalize on the opportunity when it does come. That is what makes the difference between those who make it and those who don't. Unfortunately, we can't all make it. And so stack the odds in your favor. Um, Believe in whatever you need to believe in, do whatever you have to do to stay in the race, because that is what true success is. True success is living for a dream, fighting for a dream, pressing towards, living a life that you can't wait to wake up to, because there's so much to be done and you're so excited about the vision and mission that you're on in the larger scale and scheme of things. Uthixo Ukhona. And so if you're an entrepreneur, link is in the description. Legacy Africa. Thank you for watching. If you did in fact get something from it, please hit that subscribe button. I have been Sage, standing on business. Signing out.